Disappointment. Q. I would like to hear some advice from you about the disappointment we feel about people. Oh, when do we feel disappointed in people? It happens when we judge others without knowing their abilities and characteristics. That means our judgment was insufficient. At first, it is easy to get close to someone over small things, but when they get a little closer, they might ask for something more. The reason we meet people is to make up for what we lack. The reason we want to meet people is to improve our capacity. We all want something from others, but not necessarily to give. We have to understand this, otherwise our effort will be in vain. Human beings are creatures who live in accordance with their needs and are self-equipped to pursue their ideals. We are not made to live for others when we are growing. When we are short of capability, we should make continuous efforts to fulfill ourselves by wanting and getting. However, what should we do when we are fully equipped? Our quality of energy shines within ourselves as we derive light from our spirit. This is called inner power. When one's quality of energy is full, one's inner power is released from within. In the material world, the Earth also has a power called gravity, which pulls in energy as gravity is gathered. What happens when the Earth has more power than it does now? It will release energy just like the sun and stars. It wouldn't pull in energy like gravity, but it will release it. The same principle is applied to humans. When our quality of energy is fulfilled, we are not needy anymore. Our energy will be released. Before our energy is fulfilled, we try to drag in other energies to equip ourselves. Humans are just like a star and the sun that burn in flames in order to benefit people, the society, and the universe. Because one can benefit others when one is fulfilled. If you try to get close with people before you are fulfilled, you will experience disappointment from them since they have approached you with the intention of getting something from you. Although you have things to give them, it might not be enough. You will also become disappointed in yourself since you can't fulfill their needs. You would blame yourself for your lack of abilities. Although the subject of disappointment may vary, everyone in the world has experienced disappointment from people. If we understand this principle and try to approach others as much as they allow, we will build good relationships with people and mutually benefit each other. This is how you don't become disappointed in others. Your greed can cause your disappointment in others. You have the right to decide whether to be close to them or not, so there is no reason to blame them. The satisfaction or disappointment of the relationship is entirely within your control. If you are still blaming someone, you haven't had the right discretion. Once you become more sensible, you will never be disappointed. So far, the passage provided delves into the complexities of human relationships, focusing on the theme of disappointment. It suggests that disappointment in others often stems from our misjudgment of their abilities and our own expectations. Here's a breakdown of the key points, reframed with a mentor-like perspective. Expectations versus reality. Disappointment arises when there's a gap between our expectations and reality. We often form relationships based on initial impressions without fully understanding an individual's capabilities or intentions. This mismatch leads to disappointment when deeper interactions reveal disparities between what we expect and what we receive. Self-sufficiency and growth. The text underscores the importance of self-sufficiency and personal growth. It posits that individuals should focus on filling their own deficiencies and expanding their capacities. Relationships should not solely be about seeking what we lack in others, but also about what we can contribute. Inner power and fulfillment. A significant portion of the passage is devoted to the concept of inner power, likening human potential to the gravitational and energetic forces of the earth and celestial bodies. It suggests that when individuals achieve a state of fulfillment and inner strength, they naturally contribute to the well-being of others, rather than seeking to take from them. Navigating relationships. The passage advises on approaching relationships with awareness and respect for personal and mutual growth. It stresses understanding the dynamic nature of human interactions and adjusting our expectations accordingly. By doing so, we can foster healthier, more satisfying relationships that are based on mutual benefit rather than one-sided expectations. Responsibility and discretion. Lastly, it emphasizes personal responsibility in managing our expectations and interactions. The satisfaction or disappointment in a relationship is within our control, based on how we choose to engage with others. By exercising discretion and understanding, we can mitigate feelings of disappointment. In summary, the passage encourages a shift in perspective towards self-growth, fulfillment, and thoughtful engagement with others. It highlights the importance of understanding our own needs and capacities, as well as those of the people we interact with, to build rewarding and meaningful relationships. Disappointment, then, is not just a reflection of others' actions, but also an opportunity for self-reflection and personal development.